Hi, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
Hello.
Friday night reading stars. And look at these two beauties that I have with me tonight.
And this beauty here, and here, two beauties.
Do you have your baby there with you, Kim? I didn't see.
Yep. She's behind me.
Oh, she's behind me. All right. Awesome. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay. And I noticed a new member. Thank you, Ron. Welcome to the members club on this channel. Anyway, hi, Christina. So, yeah, I was just telling Cassie that in the community page when I posted that we were going to all be on tonight, that there was no mention about me and Kim. No one really cared about us, but they were super excited that Cassie was on it. Cassie was,
Yay!
Every comment, yay, Cassie!
Yay!
Kim and
Well, people saw my channel at the beginning. Cassie was on it all the time. She was on it a lot, and she would read me questions and stuff. So if people are old timers, then they'll remember Cassie very well.
Yeah.
That's
a great channel. So yeah, it's fun to have her.
No one's really here for you or I Kim tonight. Everyone's here for Cassie.
Yeah. Good. Yay.
I love it.
Those of you who don't know, Cassie's my daughter. Just so you know, she's in the UK. So
yeah,
hopefully the connection will be steady.
Yeah.
And it's really late there too, so we're keeping her up. So make
That's
sure.
a night owl.
Love it.
Night owl.
Hi, Herc. Hi. Don and Craig. I got your Craig, I got your question on the list. So I know at one point we're going to be looking at James Garner. I just don't know where he's at on the list.
Oh, okay.
Get him on there.
And some of these people you might have to tell Debbie, you might have to tell Cassie who they are, or
oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You have to look them up, or
no, Cassie, I literally
have to.
I literally had to look. I mean, everybody knows James Garner. I had to look him up.
Right.
Yeah.
When I saw his picture, I knew who he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's kind of like that type of thing. But yeah, I get kind of teased a lot on here because I don't know everybody. But that's okay. It makes for an interesting reading.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, before we get started, I wanted to give a shout out to the Tarot Love Community. Renee's on here right now, and if you wanted to post Renee the link, but it's a virtual community. It's a virtual community center. It's available 24/7. It's the Tarot Love Community. A lot of us readers are involved and part of it, and it's a place where we can freely exchange ideas back and forth for growth and knowledge and understanding and all that. So and what else? I have a little you're like, what are you doing? So so whenever we do anything, she also posts for us. So Kim, if you ever are doing anything, she posts for you. She posts for me, and like that to just support and bring this whole community together of all of us readers and stuff. So, nice. And it's open to other people to come and find us if they're looking for. It doesn't have to be tarot. I know it says tarot, but we already discussed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I wanted to say that before I forgot. And hi, Sonja. Hi, Lisa. Some of my members. Hello. Hi, Clarence. Oh, yeah. She's like, thank you, Debbie. I gave her a cheat sheet. She totally did. I printed it out. Because every time I try to say anything about it, I'm like, and this and that.
Whoever.
All right.
Okay.
So I feel like if you guys are ready, we can even totally get started. This will be fun
I'm
tonight. I have a feeling we're going to get to meet some cool people.
Yep.
Dead and alive. Dead and alive.
Dead and alive. Yeah.
Hi, Greeter. Hi, Mims. Oh, does Cassie have a channel so I can post it for everyone? Well, that's a whole nother issue. She's in film, right? Cassie, tell us what you do.
Yeah. And I've been kind of focusing on my short film recently, so I haven't been on YouTube as much.
Yeah, so she does short film, and her YouTube got inundated with all of us lovely people, and so the algorithm was off for her. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna give you her.
It's a shame. It's a shame that it does that, but it's just to make sure that bots and people like can't buy subscribers,
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
So
we'll figure out a way to
we'll figure it out.
So,
because we don't want to miss out on what you, because I know I enjoyed all the things you posted. Yeah. So we don't want to miss out on that. All right.
Thank you though. Thank you for asking.
Love it. All right. Oh, Stanley. I'm looking right at it because we're doing fruits now. No more hearts. She does fruits.
Oh, no more hearts. Okay. Stan Lee. Oh, Cassie, this is one up your alley.
Yeah,
she loves all the
interesting.
superhero stuff. So.
Okay, Stan Lee is a superhero, huh?
He's a superhero creator, right, Cassie?
Book. I'm not sure if he was an artist or a writer.
Oh, a writer, yeah. A comic book writer, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I recognize him, yeah. Here he is, guys. Stan Lee. I totally recognize him. So he did the Marvel. He's Marvel guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Spider. Yeah, he's right up my alley, you guys. Too. I mean, I watch all those things. That's totally my secret obsession is Marvel and all those fun
and
things.
He always has a cameo in all the films, so that's probably why you recognize him.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
But they're always small cameos.
Yeah, like Alfred Hitchcock kind of,
Yeah.
Walk in, walk out.
Blink and you miss it kind of cameo.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
I love it. How cool. What a good one, you guys. Of course, this was from Herc, right? Yeah, it was from Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, because Herc. That's right, Hercules.
Hercules.
So he was born December 28th, 1922, and he passed in 2018. So,
wow.
Fairly recent.
He didn't have to go through all this crazy pandemic stuff. Oh, at the age of 95.
I'd say a nice long life he had.
Yeah.
I just heard he's happy to see his mother. That's what I just heard. He was happy to see his mother again. So.
Yeah. He was married from 47 to 2017. His spouse, Joanne, died in 2017. So a year before he passed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And he has it looks like 2 children, 2 girls, Joanne and Jan. And that's about all I have on him. All right, so I'm going to check in. So he's coming straight in, and he has a sketch book in his hand. He's smiling. He's much younger. And he's just kind of looking out, and he can't put that down. He can't put his sketchbook down. I feel like he was always probably having some kind of sketchbook where he was sketching around, kind of like you, Kim. But I feel like he was always sketching, always having something there that he could grab and sketch. But he's showing me. That's what he's showing me. That was his joy. He just loved creating.
I don't know if anybody is getting this, but I just kind of sense a really warm personality and really like inviting personality, because I just keep seeing like the sun with him, like just very warm, inviting like presence, larger than life a little bit.
Very much so. Like when Cassie, like we must be looking at the same scene, because when he came in, it was just sunshine.
Yeah.
On him, and a very warm smile, very inviting, like, come sit down, look what I'm sketching.
Yeah.
So very much he wasn't inclusive. He was like, what do you call it? He wasn't that type of person who would close his door on anybody. It doesn't feel like that with him.
I feel like there's something laid him up as a kid. I feel like he would make up stories or something when he was a kid. I feel like something laid him up, like he was in bed for a long time, stuck. I want to say in bed for a long time. I don't know what this was, but that kind of like lit the fire. But he's saying he was young. He was like a kid. I would say like 10, 12, around that age. Not positive, but that it feels like a young, definitely before a teenager, but like a younger kid.
I keep thinking like of mythology for some reason. Like when you said that, I kept thinking of mythology, that he was influenced a lot by
like the Greek mythology, that kind of
like Greek mythology. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like with his characters. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I mean,
that sounds like that could definitely be.
Yeah.
Those are they're like that kind of, some of them are like superheroes, they have those larger than life kind of, stories, and
they have like tragic backstories sometimes, like Greek gods, or Greek myths,
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Oh, one person said Thor, hello. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's like kind of, I guess that's like Norse mythology, but I guess just mythology somewhere. But I feel like Greek does play a part in it, That was my first feeling.
Interesting.
What he's saying to me, that he was inspired by everything, things that he could see out his window as a child. Like you're talking, Kim, that I don't know if he did have that period, but even just looking out the window and seeing things, and his imagination would go. I get a sense that he had some hard times, like you said, Kim. I don't know if it was illness or what, but I feel like, but he would have been around during the Great Depression too. So I feel like there were some really hard times, and part of some of the influence too was he's showing me just in life in general, and then creating. How I don't know. He keeps showing me that he pulled from life to create these stories, or draw, or starting out, or whatever.
I feel like he's really, he's so happy that there are many, that his stories there were many mediums that picked them up, that it was not just comic books, that it was like TV and movies, that it will reach so many, so many more people and so many more countries. And that he's just so happy that was done, that's it's still happening, and that it will continue to happen. It's just such it just feels like he's just so proud and so happy that it's taken all forms, that it's
That his
really,
legacy has continued
really
on.
fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if he has a message for us now. He's like create. Don't lose your imagination. Don't lose your magical thinking ever, and your own superpowers. Everyone he feels, and I feel like that's why he was showing me that everything he would bring the inference in from everything that in life around him, because we're all superheroes in our own right, and we can be in whatever in our own little niches of life, we can be superheroes in that. I feel like that's why he kept showing me these little corners of his own life and how he drew stories from that to create all these superheroes and whatnot out of just life. And he says, basically he created them from us. So we are those superheroes. Right. So be that superhero, he says.
I feel like he's also talking about encouraging particularly young people to indulge in their like you said, creativity, but imagination. That's a big thing. You encourage them to imagine and encourage them to be their unique selves. Don't it's almost like don't push them into a box, or don't make them be in, don't push them into a mold. It's like, let them be who they are. Yeah, particularly with very young kids.
Excelsior.
I'm also, to add on to all of that, I've gotten the feeling that through this time that we've been like in lockdown, I keep hearing and like feeling that he's saying to read, that reading is a great way to pass the time and make you feel, I feel like I wanted to say like whole, it makes you feel whole, and it like lets you kind of, it's a good escapism, yeah. I think it probably was for him as a kid. I think that's why he's mentioning it,
That's a great, that's a good hit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was for him as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Awesome. Well, nice to meet him. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in, Stanley. That was cool.
Thank you for coming in. Yeah. Yeah, that was neat.
All right. Now, Jean Harlow. Lucienne keeps the list, Alex. So let her know you want Jean Harlow on the list.
Well, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. Thank you, Shay. That was a good one. That was thanks for the input as well.
Ooh, okay. Here's our next one. Lane Stanley.
Staley.
Oh,
Lane Staley.
I can read. Lane Staley.
So now we have to find, is that Male or female? Do you know who that is, Cassie?
No, I don't.
Okay, a musician. It's a guy. He looks
Oh, okay.
rock band. Songwriter of the rock band Alice in Chains, which rose to international fame in the 90s as part of the Seattle's grunge movement.
Okay.
He
passed?
he passed in 2002. Okay. Let's get an image of him just in case anybody would recognize him.
I feel like right away, I feel like he has bandmates with him. So I feel like I feel like one or more of his bandmates are on the other side as well. At least they feel like bandmates or bandmate. But it feels like there's somebody else with him that because I feel like they still play music together. It's like they're still making music together.
So yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if somebody can let me know if that's the case, but I think it's the person from his band that he's with. And he's like, we're still making music. We're still
making music, still making it happen. So Kim, your thing keeps coming in and out. I don't know if you want to try to go out and come back in, see if that'll fix your connection.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It might help. I don't know. When I first stepped in, I don't know what you're feeling, Casey, but I feel a lot of noise. There's like a lot of noise. Like
yeah. It feels like a very heavy energy for some reason. Like Stanley felt very light and I'm not sure if it's like not really feeling unhappy, but his energy just feels heavier, if that makes sense.
Yes. Much different. Very different.
Very different, yeah.
Kim, that's so much better. Yeah, you're connected in.
Okay. So I was saying that I felt like he has a bandmate with him on the other side. Bandmate or bandmates with him on the other side. And he's like, we're still connecting. We're still making music, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's all. I didn't know if I was cutting out or.
It's still a little off, but we'll work with it. I mean, we can hear you. We hear all your words, but like you're pixely.
Oh.
Maybe
I don't know what to do.
No, I think
because on my end it looks fine.
Jezebel says yes, Kim. One of the other bandmates has passed as well.
Okay.
So they're together.
Okay.
So I feel, Cassie and I were getting the same heavy, but and very, like when he came in, it was just like really loud. I feel like there was a lot going on inside here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was ever diagnosed with anything, but he had a lot going on. I also feel he was extremely smart as well. Like, so there was an addition to that, there's just so much going on up here.
Right.
But in addition to that, he was brilliant. So to add that brilliance with all that going on, whatever, if you would, I don't know if I always hate using the Western society thought on mental health, even though that's my field, because I feel like in some other countries, you could just totally figure an outlet to what's going on, and it wouldn't be recognized as mental health. Nasty Wim Tarot, thank you. New member.
Thank you.
Yay.
I feel like there's something. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Debbie.
No, go ahead.
I feel like there's something with a drug, or drugs. Alcohol, yes.
I felt alcohol, like either something in his death with that, or it played a big part in his life. It was a big aspect in his life.
And I feel like his death, I feel like his mom took it very hard. There's something about his mom. To me, it feels very like, I mean, clearly he seemed like a young guy, but it was very tragic. It was very surprising and tragic. And I feel like his mom took it very, very hard. Or someone like mom. So it feels like a mother figure, I should say.
So
It's interesting because even he feels like it was too soon. I do feel like there was relief to get like out of that body, but at the same time, it's like I had stuff to do. It feels both. Like I was happy to get out of the body, but I had things I wish I would have done. So.
yeah, I was just looking at, so the mom hadn't heard from him in like 2 weeks or whatever. So the mom definitely wasn't, he was an addict. It was 34 when he died. That's what Cynthia or Andrea just said that. But I guess they didn't hear from him 2 weeks, and when they found his body, he was down to 86 pounds. He was 6'1", and he was down to 86 pounds.
That's so weird.
Oh my gosh.
That's so weird that you said that, because I didn't know if I should say it or not, but I kept feeling like he got really, really skinny by the end. Was almost like sick or something, like sickly skinny, not something wasn't right,
Yeah, this is like, whoa. It was, I can't even say, I mean, he had been dead for a while too. Yeah. So he died from a mixture of heroin and cocaine. No, it was a speedball. Yeah. So his death was classified as accidental.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There are so many like that, like musicians. Yeah.
Sad for the mom. I think I don't know if I'm reading, because I'm just perusing. I'm not sure if I'm reading it right, but I feel like. Okay, Alex. The mom's the one that went and found him.
Oh gosh.
Oh geez. Okay.
How awful.
Yeah. And when she knocked on the door, she didn't hear anything but the cat meowed, and the cat never meows, right? So she knew something. Yeah. Anyway, sad story, and
really sad.
But I feel like he lived but with this noise going on, I feel like he was living a really kind of fast life.
Mm-hmm.
Fast life as well.
Yeah, he's saying that, at least this is how it's coming across, that he was not an easy person to be around. He was not an easy person to love. He's saying to love. He had a lot of issues that he kept inside, and it does seem like Debbie, like there was some kind of undiagnosed something going on with him, and he just was self-medicating, like just kind of trying to escape, but super he seems like he was like super talented, like you said, very smart,
very brilliant, and he was kind. He had a kind heart, but he I feel like no one really no one really got to know the true him, he says. And he said if he could give anybody a message, it would be to slow down. And then all I can hear, slow down, you move too fast. And I'm like, how do you know that song? I'm like, he thought that was funny. Anyway. Yeah, slow down and just don't miss out on the moments, no matter what they feel like. It's important.
I keep hearing him say talk to someone. I feel like he didn't express what was happening, what was going on with him. He was silent about it, suffered in silence, kind of, didn't talk about it. So he's saying talk to someone, talk about it. Yeah, so sad.
Really sad.
And I still feel like he's still working through it, like still processing it, still trying to kind of, he's still working it basically, but yeah, just process, I guess.
Yeah, he's growing and learning and creating. But there is definitely I think the heaviness that we're feeling as well is that he does. It's not like there's some human regrets there, and he does carry that close to him and to keep him kind of like I want to make some of these changes. He also. I see him putting like, if his mom was here, I could say he puts flowers at your door. Like if you ever find like a random flower just laying there, that's him.
Yeah.
But I don't know her, but that's what he's doing. We send him love and light so he can expand more on the other side.
Yeah.
Hi, Suzanne. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. I am having a nice, relaxing Friday, watching it rain, rain, rain. Oh, wow, Jill. Yeah, we're getting a little rain here, too. Where are you at, Jill? Oh, I put the wrong one up there. Well, we're watching it rain, rain, too. Here, this is the one we want. That's hilarious. Okay. Craig Dixon's. Okay, this is James Garner. Okay, so this guy, he was quite a guy. Craig says that Garner, he was a liberal Democrat, a civil rights activist, and a veteran. And he kind of wants to know what's his political, what is his opinion on today's political woes? Does he have any thing to say about that? Let's check in. James Garner.
He comes through younger and very handsome, very smiley. He seems to me, a very, very happy spirit. He comes through smiling though, and younger and like handsome, smiling.
I feel like he was really, really good at talking and was very, just a very big personality and was very, very much like an extrovert, you know.
Uh-huh.
Very active. I feel like, although he does kind of show himself sitting down with like a cigar and his, that he could sit down and relax and have scotch and a cigar or whatever. He liked to remain active in all things. And like, what Craig was saying about him being an activist, he absolutely still is. Particularly where someone doesn't have a voice, he says.
Mm.
And he said he abhors liars. So he can, what's happening these days or whatever, the lying, it just, and the what is that called? Where you create a story to draw people the wrong direction, and it's called, something lighting, gaslighting.
Gaslight. Oh yeah. Oh, gaslighting. Yeah.
Gaslighting and all that. He just, he based on truth and morals, he's saying he wants.
I feel like there's something with his heart for some reason, or like he had issues with.
Did he have issues with
his heart during his life? I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but that I keep getting that though.
He's saying something about that. It has really been upsetting to see to see people living in such fear. That's been very hard to witness. And I think it's through all of this, like through the pandemic, through Trump, through and the like Black Lives Matter and stuff, that it's very upsetting to see people living in such fear. Yeah.
He
did die of a heart attack, Cassie.
So. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good, Cassie.
So he literally did have problems with his heart.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Wow. Okay.
Good hit, Cass.
Yeah.
He keeps showing me this scene where he's laying on this grassy, like, little hill, and he has his cowboy hat over his face like this.
Uh-huh.
He keeps showing me that over and over again. I don't know if he was moved like that. I don't.
There could be a movie. Maybe it's a reference to a part he played or something.
It could be, yeah. Because he keeps showing me that, and it's like, I don't know if he's trying to say this is what I feel like now. Like, just kicking back now, not ready to come back into this madness here. He does, but he is, again, he wants us to know that he is active on the other side. He's flirting with me.
Sorry, I'm flirting with you, Debbie.
Suzanne, that's hilarious. He has that little piece of straw in his mouth or something. I'm trying to remember what I saw him in before, but I don't remember anything like that. Wasn't he in something like like he was like a private investigator or something?
It could be. I only know a couple of I've only seen like a few.
That's it. Yes.
Oh, Rockford Files.
Yeah, I remember a couple of those.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, he was also in a romantic film with Sally Fields in the 80s. Yeah, I only remember a couple things from the Rockford Files. But he's showing me this scene, and I definitely don't recognize that from Robert Files. Anyways, I don't know if he just loved that time of his life or whatever, or just wants us to know it's all good. It's all good up here. He says
he could also be showing like the age he's at as well. I mean, he could also be showing the age that he's.
Oh, right, that he's at. Yeah, that he's chosen on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know if but he wants us to grab onto faith, he says. So his message to us is grab onto some kind of faith, some kind of belief, and that will help us on our path here. Keep that kind of like keeping your eyes up instead of down all the time. Keep the faith, he says.
I'm also hearing take things one day at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Take it one day at a time. Don't feel like you have to do everything now. Take it a day at a time. And it's also saying like how many how much TV, how many movies. He's like, I'm prouder of some than others. So I'm really proud of some, not so much, but that it was such a fun career.
Yeah. He talks about how much fun it is. He just had fun with them all. Yeah.
Oh, he was Maverick on TV.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Aspie. That's the one I kind of remember him in. I mean, I saw a few of those. Anyway, well, thank you, James, for coming. That was awesome. Nice to meet
you. Thank you. Yeah, really a nice man. It seems like really and happy compared to the last one, right? It's like kind of melancholy and then this really happy, like
big personality.
Yeah, exactly. That big personality, exactly.
And it's not like he didn't have challenges. He just faced them different,
Yeah.
Yeah, very charming person,
Brittany Murphy.
Oh, Brittany Murphy.
Did I get the right one? Yeah, okay. Sometimes I push and we don't get it correctly. All right, Brittany Murphy.
Do you know who that is, Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do too.
Oh, see, I have to look it up. Oh, her. Yeah, she's cute.
One of the first things as soon as I saw that I felt like she was very shy and kept to herself a lot.
Oh, your mom left. Bye, Mom. Okay. So she was born in November. Oh, how did I not? Oh, she died of pneumonia. I didn't realize she passed.
Yeah. I think she passed in like the early
2009.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say like the 2000s. Yeah.
Okay. Had no idea she had passed. Okay. Now I know to look this way. I liked her as an actress.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I was worried about Cassie's connection and mine's all wonky. I missed what you were saying, Cassie. What did you say when you started?
Well, I just said that I felt like she was very shy and kept to herself a lot, was more very reserved, that I think people thought she was like this bubbly personality and she kind of had two sides,
Right.
Yeah, I think you're right, Cassie. I feel like she was, she felt awkward.
Yeah.
Kind of felt, she had that awkwardness to her. Um, you know, oh, people feel like there were suspicions around her death. Right now, she's, you know, she was talking to me about how she just kind of felt kind of awkward in her own skin. And like you said, that shy feeling to her.
Yeah.
But she's saying most people out here wouldn't have seen that. But that's how she felt on the inside. Gosh, she's giving me this. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that pneumonia feeling or whatever, she's really letting me feel that heaviness in my chest right now. Like it's painful.
I also feel like there's like medication, some kind of like either the wrong medication or something with there's something with medication. It was wrong. I feel like there was something that was, I don't know, that was wrong about her something about medication. I also feel like it's interesting because I feel like she loved to do what she did, but the business was bad for her. It's like it was the completely wrong atmosphere she should have been in, but she loved to act, you know, but it was just the wrong, you know, the wrong, place for her to be. Wasn't good for her.
Yeah, I felt like adding on to that, I felt like she liked acting and liked the art of it, but didn't like being famous.
Right.
Like the fame
exactly.
and money and, you know, business part of it.
Right. Yeah, because it just felt like it was just like, it was too much. Like I couldn't navigate it. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't, like you said, Debbie, the awkwardness and physically that, you know, I didn't ever feel like pretty, like pretty, like other, you know, people in that business. It was just it was not good for her at all. Debbie, how did she die? Did you see on
Pneumonia?
Did it say? Oh, pneumonia.
Yeah, that's and she, like the pressure. People were asking about who murdered her and stuff. I feel like she really did die of, you know, maybe there was an over medication or whatever the medication mixed up, but I really feel like I'm not seeing any foul play here. I mean,
I don't think so either.
Someone else involved, I don't see that.
It's weird because I almost feel like there's a substance here. There's a medication or something. So I feel like it's like that made me kind of weak, and then getting sick was just like that was it. But I feel like it was like downhill kind of thing.
Yeah. Chronic. I mean, not chronic, but I feel like she had a pre-existing something going on that then she was more susceptible, is what I'm sensing here.
Right.
To getting whatever was going on here, and then it just got worse. But she's also showing me that another. Go ahead.
No. I was just reading on February 4th, an updated coroner's report released citing anemia and prescription drugs played a role in her death, but ultimately was caused
acquired
community-acquired pneumonia. So that's what it felt like, just kind of the downward thing. So I'm sorry, Debbie, to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just like, whatever it was. I usually don't feel, I'm not usually the one that gets the sensation. So for
like
her
physical things.
Yeah, for her to do that, to allow me to know, it was really in there. Anyway, she wants us to remember her as just kind of, and I don't know what role this would be or whatever, or just something that she wants us to remember as just being kind of free and dreamy. So I don't know if any of you are her, because I don't know her roles, but just really free and kind of one to dream and just kind of free flow is what she's showing me. She wants us to remember her like that. Kind of like a little, like a fae or fairy or whatever, something like that.
Right. She's saying to that to sound cliche, but she's saying to learn to love yourself. That if you have that kind of self-love, that kind of that's kind of deeply ingrained, you can withstand so much. She did not have that, and she's like, it was if you have that, you can withstand the pressures of life and things, but try to find that. She's saying try to get there is what she's saying.
Awesome. Melissa says her and her husband both suffered from anemia. Her husband died right after she did with the same thing.
Oh, weird.
Oh, how weird.
Weird.
Ugh, how sad.
Yeah, really sad. And her husband died a few months after her, yeah, with the same thing.
I feel like his weight played a part in his for some reason. I don't know if he was a heavier guy, but it seems like there's something about his weight, or maybe he's a really skinny guy. I don't know. Something about his weight. Right?
Yeah.
Something about his weight played a part in his fast, like, something. Bye,
April for hanging out. Immune issues. Anemia leads to immune issues. He was big, Melissa says. So you're right on that.
He was big. Okay.
But I feel like, going along with the Shire personality and stuff, I felt like she had a lot of issues with anxiety during her life. And I even kind of think that towards the end, she had maybe a bit of a phobia of going outside a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
I don't know why I get that feeling, but yeah. She was more isolated, as she got into
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like she. Again, that goes back to the awkward.
Yeah.
Took work to be around people for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I feel like she's okay now, though. I mean, I feel like it was she life hard. It was hard. That's the way it feels. It feels like things were. It wasn't. She was never quite comfortable here. I think
that's exactly how she came in. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that she's okay. She's okay now.
And I don't know if I want to say this out loud, but I've sensed that it's like if she had to, I mean, she knows obviously you choose your path and you make your challenges and so forth. I'm wondering if her choice to go into show business was hers.
Mm.
like she was fulfilling someone else's dream. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she would be the first one in Hollywood, right, for that to happen. That's.
I
she was definitely
feel like
young.
Yeah.
I feel like she loved what she did, but it was hard for her. And I feel like she was almost pushed into it. And if she had it to do over again, I don't know that she would have gone into, if she had her voice, if she would have gone into it. And because all I was doing, guys, was asking her for a message for us. Like, do you have any messages for us to, like, any encouragement or whatever? Sometimes they like to give us a message like that. And that's when she kind of went into her, don't do what's not in you to do. Do you? Right. Because, and then she goes into this whole thing that she wouldn't have, that wasn't where she would have probably done. She wouldn't have gone in that direction.
Right.
Interesting. Oh, Dee says her mom pushed her in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's such a common thing in Hollywood,
Yeah.
She was good at it.
These parents, pushy parents. Huh, Cassie, push parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop pushing. Yeah. Melissa says, this is reminding me of Natalie Wood. Yeah. Maybe a little feel to that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad. So, well, thank you for talking with us. And I feel like that is like a good message for us. Just to do what is comfortable to you and what you love. We get this one life, right? Right now. I mean, we're here now, and
right.
So everybody tonight is not here. Marie Curie. This is wow. She was a scientist, right?
Yeah.
There she is, just in case anybody wanted to see what she looks like.
Okay.
She was born in 1867 in Poland and died July 4th, 1934 in France.
I just immediately hearing that name, I just heard she was too smart for her own good. I don't know why.
That's true.
I'm not sure what that means, or like in relation to her life, but that was like one of the first things she said. Like, I was too smart for my own good.
Yeah. So she died from radiation exposure from. I'm assuming what she was from the radium and the stuff she worked with that she was finding.
Yeah.
You just don't even know. Like, we just think, well, they just kind of no. Someone had to figure it out, and they die figuring it out. Wow. Oh, she had a Nobel Prize in physics in 1903, right? Okay. Oh, it looks like maybe a couple. All right. Let's see what she has to say.
Wow.
I feel like she's very tough, very stern,
I do too. I get a very masculine energy from her, Cassie.
Yeah.
Right. Couldn't be recognized because she was a woman. She had to have her husband represent her research. I feel like
wow.
later she was able to get recognized, but yeah, I feel like at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it, it was like pretty much that's the only reason she kept a man in her life. So she could get her stuff. Poor thing. But she's showing me that literally, even when she slept, there was formulas in her head, like constantly. I feel like she was seeing formulas and numbers and this, and she's just showing me all these symbols. I am not. That is
Neither
not.
am I. That's what.
When I come back, I will not be saying anything about I'm too smart for that. Anyways, she's showing all these formulas and these squares and triangles and stuff. So I feel like it was kind of constant. It's like she saw the world through these things. So that was just natural. And she's saying the reason it came through a woman was because, and even though it was challenging, and she had to have her, her husband or whoever was around her at the time, bring it forth in the whole scenario, the whole fight of it was more recognizable because she was part of that fire. It had to be a woman, is what she's saying. It had to be a woman, even though it took a man's name to be recognized. It had to be a woman for it to truly be birthed as well.
Oh, wow.
And that's why she came in as a woman. Because it's like, why'd you come in? Obviously you were going to come in with all this stuff. Why did you come in as a woman? She said it had to be a woman to birth it and to really create it into history. See how you guys are all talking about this right now. And it was this woman and all these, it was part of history and how it had to play out.
Oh, interesting.
It's funny you say that. I mean, I don't know how many people here believe in like past lives and stuff, but I have this feeling that one of the reasons why she had a hard time, she was a woman in that life and had a hard time, making her career as a woman, is because she felt like in other lives she was a man and she was kind of in the roles that the men were in her life, that they constantly put women down and, put them in their place, that she did that in other lives. And she came back to
she had to take care of some of that.
Yeah. She had to experience some of that as well. Yeah. Kind of karma a little bit. Yeah. In terms of that,
And I felt like she's showing me like from a little girl, being obsessed with mixing things. It's getting into trouble because I would mix things and I was obsessed with concoctions and mixing, and it's almost like I didn't know why I was obsessed with this, why I liked this. And so to me, it started so young. It really was part of her. You said, Debbie, it was really ingrained from the very beginning. And numbers too. I actually feel like she even kind of flirted with astrology, not just astronomy, but astrology, and how it affected people, and how the water and how the moon would shift things and how it would affect your people. And so she was kind of onto that in that time, kind of figuring that out or interested in it.
Well, she was really into the occult and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you call it the cult, but seance. She would go to the back door seances and stuff. And to a medium. There was a medium that would put on shows.
Oh, interesting.
Metaphysics. Yeah, she was into the
Yeah,
metaphysics stuff. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, something like that. But she just always, I do feel like she always knew there's so much more, always so much more than what we could imagine here and stuff.
Yeah, very ahead of her time in a lot of ways. You know, not just in the ways that she presented herself, but in her ideas, what she, you know, which way the world was going. It's almost like she got it. She understood.
Yeah, she feels very like kind of similar to Albert Einstein in a way, where you know, where she's kind of like, she feels like logical, but at the same time, she was also kind of spiritual when she was here. Like, she knew that this wasn't just it, you know, that when you're dead kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I feel like she's not done. Like, I don't know if she's come back or if she's coming back, but she's coming, either she's coming back because she's not done, or she's here already and will be seen from her in another form. Because I feel like, yeah, there's more to be done. There's more expansion and whatever enlightenment from her spirit to this earth that she wants to be involved with. Okay, so she's saying space science stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what she'll either she's here already on track for that, or she's coming back, but it'll be involved with space science. She said. Wow. Well, that's cool. Thank you for talking.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, really cool.
For talking to me. Oh my gosh. She had to dumb it down a little for me.
Yeah.
For me, I would definitely.
Yeah, definitely for me.
Oh my gosh. All right. Beautiful. Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Mary Curie.
Yes. She's busy, guys. She never stops. I'm telling you, not even on the other side. She's just
Lucy. Oh my gosh. Cassie, I think Lucy can hear your voice.
Oh, really?
You hear Cassie's.
Come here.
Whoa.
She wants to play. Okay.
Oh, I did this one on we did this one on Monday. So if you want to, Lillian, if you want to check out on my channel on Monday, and it's timestamped if you want to hear about Frida. Anybody wants to hear about Frida? We read on Frida on Monday.
Yeah, that was a neat one.
And it's under what are we called on Monday? I forgot.
Ladies' Night?
Ladies' Night. It's under Ladies' Night on my channel, and it's timestamped, so you can find Frida there. Very empowering spirit came through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Gates' ex-girlfriend to cooperate with feds. That just flashed.
What's that?
Gates' ex-girlfriend to cooperate with feds.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
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 That's not good.
Whoops.
Yeah, sucks to be you.
Yeah, right, Craig? Good.
Good. Yeah. Good.
I have my cards here just in case we get to read on someone who's actually alive.
Okay. Let's do that.
The plot continues. I don't know if whoever, because we keep getting Oh, here we go. Norma. Everybody that's coming up tonight is already passed.
Or sure. I think she's a silent movie star.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like early in the talkies.
Early talkies.
Yeah.
What are they called? Talkies?
They used to call them
Talkies.
talkies. Yeah.
Oh. Now tell us why they used to call them that, or tell me why. Everybody else probably knows. Do you know why?
Yeah, well, it's because films were like basically, I mean, they were all silent, and when they introduced sound, because it was kind of like a novelty, they called it the talkies. You know?
Funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay. I recognize her. It's beautiful. Of course, glamorous.
Oh, yeah.
See, everybody knows what the talkies is, but it's all right. I'm okay. I'm good just how I am. Okay. She was in film from 1919 through 1942. She often played spunky, sexually liberated women. She was born in Montreal, Canada in 1902. She died June 12th, 1983.
Oh, wow.
In Woodland
That's a
Hills,
long
Los
time.
Angeles. Wow, yeah. So that would have been 81 years, I guess, right?
She was little. She's only 5'1".
5'1", right?
Wow.
Yeah.
5'1". Okay. Okay, so then immediately she comes in, and she has a big straw gardening hat on, and she's outside gardening. Something she enjoyed.
Oh, interesting. Let's see.
She felt that the garden was real and brought life and beauty and food or whatever, but it was something real and tangible right there. And it just brought that solace that that was the one place that she felt that everything was okay in that moment. In those moments, that made it was like real to her. I don't know how else to explain what I'm seeing here, but
Interesting.
I keep seeing like a cigarette with her or something with smoking. I'm not sure if that has some like significance to her life or it's just something she did a lot, you know? I mean, everybody kind of did it back then, but you know.
yeah, Cassie, I was told that last week when, was it Monday? We were reading on Lucille Ball.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, did she smoke? She's showing me herself laying back and having a cigarette, and everybody's like, of course she smoked. I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know. Everybody smoked back then. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it almost feels like to me like she gave up her career.
Mm.
She gave it up for some reason. Oh, she died of Alzheimer's.
That is a tough. I wonder how long she had it. She was only she was 81. So she could have had it. Yeah. Wow. You know, she's showing me those moments in. Now someone else says she died from radiation poisoning. Oh, that was the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other. That's Marie Curie died from radiation poisoning. Okay. The adding more.
Did she have a daughter? Because I keep feeling like a daughter. energy.
I think
Or
so.
like,
Yeah, she did. She had.
she's talking about her daughter.
She did. She had it looks like she had a daughter and a son.
Oh, okay. She says like, give love to my daughter. So I don't know if she's still alive.
She's saying something about her husband. I feel like either he died and broke her heart, or they divorced and broke her heart. But something about her heart was broken. Her, and she's young when this happened.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I just turned to it. I feel like
But it was, to me, it feels like I didn't get over that. Like this, I didn't get over this. So I don't know if he died or if he left her or something. He left somehow, because it's like, this broke my heart. I never got past it, quite over it.
it's kind of confusing. All right. So Diana says she died of pneumonia, but she might have had Alzheimer's on top of that. But I don't see anything on my Alzheimer's here. But it looks like, maybe if I'm reading this right, that maybe the husband did die, and then there was some confusion with the estate and making sure that because I guess he was famous too.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, that money, I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but
it just feels like
Irving,
this. He broke her heart. So I just feel like she never got over it.
Irving Selberg. He was an American film producer.
Oh, yeah.
And so she wanted to make sure. I guess it was a big deal after he passed to get his part of his share into the estate, or her estate or something. He passed. She retired early. Yeah, the early 40s from the film. Okay,
because she adored him, and
so.
This is really sad, but. Maybe that's where the gardening comes in too, Debbie, because I feel like I'm tired of this. I'm leaving. I'm sick of this. I'm leaving the business. And maybe she did become more of like a homemaker and that kind of thing with her. Yeah, because it just feels like I'm done with this. I'm out.
Yeah. And that's the feeling. And she just found so much. She said, this is real life right here. You know what I mean? Just being so, and it could be metaphor, but that's where she found her, so, but in the early days, she did, at the beginning, she really did enjoy being in the spotlight when it all first began.
I feel that too. I think you're right about that. I feel that she did enjoy it for a time, but
but then it kind of took her down.
She feels also like really feisty as well.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Business, like a go-getter, like, because I keep hearing her say, if I wanted something, I'd usually get it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess if she wanted out of the business, she got that. She went out.
So someone was writing in here that when she retired, she was worth $1 million, and back then it was like 5 million, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
$40 million.
Interesting. Oh gosh.
You know, she had to work at making with challenges to find a way of making. Okay, so I hate using this, but this is what they're showing me. So this is what she's showing me is lemonade. So when I see someone's handing me a glass of lemonade, she's like, whenever there was limits, I could make lemonade. So she was really practical like that. So she had that practical part of her that's like, okay, life has challenges. Let's make some lemonade out of this. How do we make lemonade out of this challenge? You know what I mean? So she kind of always, she said that was something that she felt that it was one thing she wanted to pass on to her kids. I mean, that was the energy she wanted. She's like, life is challenging. So what are you going to do with it? So are you going to do this, go down this path or this path? Let's make some lemonade. Let's go this path with the lemonade. It's better. It makes life easier if you do that. So I feel like it's part of the message she's bringing across for us. She's like, you have choice in your challenges. So are you going to choose lemonade or are you going to choose mud or whatever? I don't know.
Sour lemons.
But I like her. I really do. I think I would have liked to be friends with her.
Yeah.
I do too. I think you're right, Debbie. I think that she didn't have any regrets really. She really did kind of what she wanted to do. And you, Cassie, really, she did kind of what she wanted to do. And just kind of, I think that's a good she didn't suffer fools, somebody just said. She didn't suffer fools, so she didn't like idiots. So
no, that makes sense to her. That's what, Here, have a glass of lemonade. Get over it. Come on, let's go down. Deanne wants you to join again, Cassie, sometime.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Cassie.
Oh, Craig says that she had one eye that was a lazy eye that never stopped her.
Oh.
She won 2 Oscars. She wasn't a good mother, Christina says.
Oh.
Well, it's interesting that she said that because I asked her, I kind of checked in with the kids and there was no energy that came forth. I feel like she loved her kids. Yeah. I just feel like there was just this practical side to her. It was kind of like, I don't know.
Well, I think back then you really did have to choose. You had to choose between a career or being a mom. You couldn't really, you really had to kind of choose where you wanted to,
put your energy.
Yeah.
Well, and they came from a different generation as well. I mean,
exactly.
Like living in the 1920s, it's such a hard time for people. Yeah. Really hard time.
And
absolutely,
and for a woman in that field too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
she's cool. That was fun.
Yep.
Some tough ladies, we've been some really kind of vulnerable ladies, and also like really tough ladies. A lot of different types of personalities tonight.
Yeah.
And all these Fridays now, I want to start watching some of these old movies.
I know. Especially when you feel their energy, you want to kind of see what they, see if you get that same feeling when you see them. I don't know if I've ever seen anything with her in it. I recognize her picture, but I didn't. I don't know if I've ever seen.
Well, you pretty much can guess that I have not seen any anything. Old Midnight, Mims. Did I miss the question?
I don't think so. I didn't see one.
Okay, I think we have time for one more.
Okay. Here's an emoji.
Cassie's going to turn into a pumpkin. I can see it. She's starting to turn orange.
I was going to say, she's getting pretty late there.
Yeah.
What time is it there, Cass? Almost 2?
Almost
3?
2, yeah.
Yeah, almost 2 a.m.
I think I see the orange edges coming up. She's turning into a pumpkin. You gotta. Oh, good. I think this person's still alive.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo D. I'm just kidding. Do they call him that? I'm pretending
now.
I'm pretending like I know him, guys. I know who he is. Okay, let's see if I can put my bias aside. He's actually not my favorite. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I just heard I'll never get married. Has he ever been married? Cassie, do you know if he's ever been married?
I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not sure.
I just heard I'll never get married. I don't know if that was a promise he made himself or if he actually will never get married or what this is, but
He was born November 11th, 1974. So all of you guys, you can tell me what his sign is.
what is the date?
November 11th. So
It could be Scorpio, maybe.
Yeah,
Or what's after Scorpio?
I do know you have 2 11s there. So 11 is a master number, and he has 2 of them, 11 and 11.
Oh yeah, he's Scorpio.
Scorpio.
We're the same
I'm a
sign.
Scorpio.
We're just alike.
But I like you, Kim.
He has like a, oh, sorry. I was just going to say he has like a teenage boy energy for some reason, like very young and like fun. Maybe for a while immature. I don't feel like he's immature now, but he has that energy though, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, like young energy.
Right. Someone just said he has a lot of partners but no marriage. So, interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just the parts that he's played that I've actually might have seen that I love everyone, you guys. It's nothing against Leo DiCaprio. So don't take that. Don't write that up in the newspaper tomorrow. But I'm going to kind of step into his energy now, see what I feel. But yeah, I think it's more some of the things that he's been in that I didn't connect to the character, right?
Right. You didn't like him in Titanic?
I didn't see Titanic. Everybody dies. I'm not going to watch it. Why would I watch this? I know the ending.
That's true. Yes, you do know the ending.
All right. Let me see. What's going on with you, Leo?
I also feel like he can't not act. It's so easy for him. Like he's a natural. It's easy for him, but it's also like it's who I am. It's what I came to do. He'll never stop acting, I don't think. Even if he does other stuff, I feel like he'll just always do that. It's just easy, and he likes it.
And absolutely, and pretty funny because we have the King of Wands coming up for him.
Oh,
that's totally him. That's him. Very creative, and always wanting to create and has that passion for that.
Right.
But you see that he's we were talking about his love life a little bit, and this isn't about love, but you see the 2 of Pentacles there and kind of like balancing 2 things. But look where his passion does go towards, like what you're saying. This is his life. He doesn't want to this is what he's chosen to marry, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so then you go into the Ace of Wands. I feel like there's a new project coming out for him. So be looking for that. I feel like we're going to be hearing about it. And I feel like he's probably part, like maybe someone who may have been part of producing it as well. Like it's his baby. But he's going in, here's the Three of Wands. So he's definitely got put in out. We're going to see it coming out. So it's out there. We're waiting. It's waiting to be shown or whatever, the Three of Wands. So that's when you are waiting for your ship to come in, basically. So you put the effort out and then you're waiting for it to all come together. But it will with the Star. We'll see him again, right? And this is where I was thinking that he may be part of whatever the project is that is coming out, that he was part of making it, because you have the Eight of Pentacles and then the Magician coming out. So I feel like this is a project he's been putting together. When I was stepping into his energy, he does have a lot of old wounds that kind of keep him from, that have programmed his way of, like, you know, being, there's some structure here, and this is how for my life, this is how I'm going to do it. He doesn't want to hurt anybody or like, I feel like there's been pain for him.
Yeah.
Either it was this life or another one, but it has come through, and he doesn't want to go down that road. Like, he doesn't like that getting married. No.
Yeah.
He'll probably come out tomorrow and say he's getting married now that I said that, but
Well, I said it too, Debbie. So
okay.
we'll both be wrong together.
Okay, because he's a rising Libra, Sun, Scorpion. Yeah. Wow, Tisha. But I also have you guys, he's very spiritual, y'all. He does have a deep side to him. He does look. I feel like he looks to the signs or looks to, or I don't know how you put this, but I feel like he would go to one of us. He would come to one of us for a reading or whatever. I feel like he does have that sense to him as well. He does have that belief. He believes in that stuff. He believes in this stuff.
I feel like he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna do. I feel like he's going to be an investor in something with like some kind of energy or something. I feel like he's going to be what is this? I feel like he's it almost feels like an Elon Musk or that kind of guy, like an innovator. I feel like he's going to partner with an innovator to do something for the environment.
Okay, so maybe
there's something about that. Because I feel like that's where like my money's going here, and I'm taking a risk, but it's also like it's worth it. It's worth it. But I feel like it's going to be like a something innovative with energy. I wish I knew more about this, but I'm like, I know they're dumbing it down for me, but it's something like that. It's something like innovation with energy and putting his money into it, and it's for the environment. It's helping the environment to clean it up. There's something cleaning it up.
Maybe that's what was coming through on the cards, that project that he's coming forward with that had the Three of Wands, which is kind of,
it could be.
Yeah, interesting. His passion is the environment. Yeah, maybe that's what's coming forth that he's working on. Awesome.
I was just gonna say, I feel like one thing I keep kind of feeling is that, not now, but he used to have a big chip on his shoulder when it came to the roles he did, that I felt like he felt like people weren't taking him seriously enough. for a long time, and that was really hard to get past, you know, and he had a real like chip on his shoulder, like with that. Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't know why that comes forward, but you know.
I mean, I
Well,
think
there are a lot of good actors in his generation, though. You know, there's a lot of, I could see that. I can understand that. Even though he's great, he's a good
well, and
actor.
also with that programming that he has. I mean, whatever that wounding was, also would cause that reaction where you could overreact to feeling like you're not being seen for what you are, because whatever was his rejection, whatever was that early on pain, it was big enough that he has this wall around his heart, but he also he can't take like it's important for him to be seen or respected.
Right.
Yeah. So someone said, well, the question is, will he get married? I have the 8 of swords.
I opened it with, I'll never be married. I'll never get married. So I don't, either he doesn't want, he doesn't think he ever will, or he never will.
Yeah. This is the 8 of swords. This is someone who kind of has his own, it's him. He's blocking himself from going forward and getting married. It'll have to take a very strong magical woman to come in and change that.
I mean, he could be like a Warren Beatty, where he meets someone in his 60s or something and settles down. But I feel like he doesn't want the responsibility. He doesn't like it. He likes to be kind of do what he wants to do.
Single.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, if that's okay. You know, it's better to do that if that's the way you are than to, you know, hurt a bunch of people, you know, break a bunch of hearts or whatever. If he knows he's like that, then good for him. Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. Well, I'm glad to kind of get to know him a little better and understand.
Yeah. He has a good, I mean, he has a pretty good energy. I feel like he's kind of a, you know,
true to himself.
Yeah, very much so.
He's also sensitive to the needs of others. You know, doesn't mean he has to open his heart to them, though. That's for sure.
No.
All right, you guys. Well, happy Friday. That was fun. Got to meet a lot of.
It was fun.
And Cassie, thank you for staying up till the middle of the night with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I know that a lot of the family here were so excited, Cassie, that you came.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
So we'll have to have you back again.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Kim, can I put you on the spot? Did you want to say anything? So we have 2 classes coming up, one in June and one in July. Did you want to?
Yeah. Well, so we have our classes are intuitive circle, I guess you call it. So we have, and I think we still have a few spots in June, and we have some spots in July, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Debbie, we still have some in June?
We do. And I was just going to pull it up and get the exact dates. But
it's 5 classes on Tuesdays, once a week, 5 classes, and then they're 2 hours each class. And they're a lot of fun. They've been so much fun. We've really enjoyed it. And and then the sequel will be in the fall.
Right.
So, but it's been so much fun, and we've gotten such good feedback, and it's just been great. I really have just enjoyed it so much. So please, check it out. And
Sonja. Sonja says, highly recommend the classes.
Yeah, you can email Debbie or I, either one of us, and get information.
And if you want to check it out too, it's the next one coming up that's opening up will be June 15th through July 13th, and it's on the Tuesdays. And this one's our late one, so it starts at I believe it starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. And then the one in July. So I'm just shouting this out because people around the world and whatnot. The one that starts in July. So July 20th, it starts July 20th, and that's through July 20th through August 17th, and that's on Tuesdays as well. But this one's a morning one, and I want to say that it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. For some reason, I thought it was earlier, but yeah. I guess
So 10 a.m. Pacific, right?
it's 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Right. Awesome.
Yep. And that's our July one. And then, yes, in the fall, we will be opening up the kind of sequel to that, but more, we'll do some more kind of deep dives in some of the specific areas like mediumship and stuff like that. So very, very fun. And so check it out. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mims.
Thank you.
I guess that's all. You guys have a happy rest of your Friday night. Be safe.
A nice weekend.
Yeah. And until next time, please take care of yourselves, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
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 Bye.